Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second of our 3 STEM Expos for 2023. We're really thrilled that you're here. There's some new folks that weren't with us at the one at Portland last Friday, so I hope this is a really great experience for you as well. I'm Kathy Cole, one of the STEM Expo co-coordinators, and my teammate and co-coordinators over there, Tina Mickelson. This is our 9th event, funded by our friends at Envirologics, and we're thrilled to be back in person. It's been since the fall of 2019, so this is exciting, and I hope you enjoy all the children that are about to come through here. It should be a good time. I don't know if Envirologics would like to just say a quick thing or not, if I'm pulling you. No? I think we work well together. I think the mission of Envirologics was to try to get more students to understand what STEM careers were in the world and what they might do when they leave school from us at Portland Public Schools. And exposing elementary and middle school and high school is great, because the sooner we can get them thinking about it, the better, so they can make plans for what they might want to do when they leave high school. Sometimes it's too late by the time they get to be a senior to make those decisions on what courses you might take and what your excitement is. And I don't think they all know what STEM might entail, so it's nice to see a variety of things. I will encourage you to try to connect with teachers as they're coming through. Our teachers love making those connections, because maybe they'll have you come to their classes. Maybe there'll be a chance for them to come and visit. So it's a great way to network. And I also encourage you to network with your neighbors, because we've found there to be some great connections made there as well. So I think that's it for today. I just want to say welcome and thank you, and I hope the day goes well. Tina and I will be right over there if you need us. Okay? Thank you.
Like a pregnancy test, but you're testing for GMOs in your grain or mycotoxins that can make you sick. So if you want to have, like, say, certified GMO free, right? You would need to, the people getting the grain would need to test it to make sure there's no GMOs in it. Or if the companies that own the GMO traits want to make sure their seeds actually have what they say is in it, they have to test it to make sure it's in there. Similar to the mycotoxins, those like molds that can get in our food or animal food that can make them sick, so you want to test to make sure that it's not there. We're also working on some allergen testing, so testing just released a test that you can test for gluten in different grains. You can test for peanut. We're working on a soy test, so to get soy free, take gluten free, because people need, people have intolerances to different allergens. So we want to make sure that the people making their products know that they're getting a certified gluten free or soy free. What the test is only 5 minutes. It's just mixing up the sample, putting the strip in. It's just kind of like a COVID test. You get a result in 5 minutes. You don't need a whole lot of scientific background. Anyone can run it. It's quick. It's easy, and makes it a whole lot easier for the mass mill producers, so they can keep moving their grains through.
So is that through the primary consumers? Is it like industrial?
Yeah, we sell to the industrial clients and farmers and stuff who want to sell their stuff to the millers who are going to then make flour or whatnot from it.
Okay, so even before it gets to
so it's not like an at-home thing, but it's so easy. And then we do have our machine. So some of our strips are actually quantitative, where you can actually not just say if it's there, how much is there, because there might be a certain threshold. They're like, we need to be under so much. So the machine will actually read the line and tell you, that line will tell you how many parts per million is in that sample. So it's not just a yes or no like their COVID test or pregnancy test.
Hi, I'm Ann Laughlin, and I teach engineering at Casco Bay High School, and I'm here with 2 of my students, Molly and Bacher. And we have an exhibit to show students how to actually make audio speakers with stuff that you can find at your house. And so, Molly, do you want to talk about this speaker that the students are building?
Sure. So this speaker right here is just made with a regular cup, a wire, tape, and we use 2 magnets, but you can also use 1. So you start off with a cup, and then we have these wires cords that have been wrapped. There's 10 wraps around them. And then what you do is you sand the edges of them so that this like shiny copper is off, and it's just the wire is exposed. And then when you connect to these wires, you can put the speaker up to your ear and you can actually hear whatever it's connected to. Do you want to?
Yeah. Also, we have some students made boxes to make the speaker be louder. But yeah, like for example this. But yeah, so we also have these that actually project the voice and it's much more louder. You wanna just hook that up? It was 3D. It was laser cut, right?
Yeah.
It was laser cut by the students. As you could see, they're much more louder, and they actually function better. So yeah.
Okay, you can disconnect that. And then the other exhibit I have here, I'll have students here later. This is my advanced placement environmental science class. And we did a project this fall where we had trail cameras out on the past campus. And we had these data loggers right here, logging data about like temperature, dew point, humidity. And then the students made scientific posters. We took the trail camera images and logged data from them, and they created scientific posters related to their particular research question, and they were presented to a professor that I work with in the environmental science program at USM.
I'm gonna plug this in here. Oh, I see. I'm gonna plug that in here. Hold on just a minute. Oh, I know what's wrong. Hold on just a minute. Okay, now I'm gonna hold this here. You're gonna, one of you ladies are gonna pour that in there. And you can take turns if you want to, and just go ahead and pour it in. And then it'll start to run out. And that's exactly how it works, kind of, well, not exactly, but that's kind of how it works in your showers at home as well. And if you wanted to create more pressure in it, or less pressure, you could open the valves up, and the valves would cause it to have less pressure.
We'll use a welding machine, and they'll make 2 pieces of steel become one. So would anybody like to try it with cheese whiz? Go ahead and have cheese. And then you get to eat your creation. So you want to fill in this track. Fill in that track. It's kind of hard. You just love it. Yep, you just press on this white thing. It's kind of hard.
Luego me explicáis a mí, ¿eh? Then you have to explain me.
Let me hold up. And you press on it. One side or the other. There you go.
Bath Ironworks, we train using VR. This is a spray paint machine, actual weight of what a spray gun would feel like. Go ahead and put that headset on and I'll show you how it works. Got the gun in front of you. Take one step back and spray paint. Brianna, faster! Where are you going? Brianna! No, right here. Yo, Brianna! Can you get down low?
Brianna, get down, get down. Jump, jump,
You want to make these?
jump, Brianna, jump.
And you can walk around the piece of equipment. And spray paint that side for me.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, drop that. Yep, Rob, very good, man. Very good. So put your hand on the side. Very good. Oh, yeah. So now it's going to build up. He's on the platform, so he's protected by standing on the platform. It's like staying in a car during a lightning storm. Stay in the car. Don't get out and run somewhere. The lightning will go after you. But if you're inside, you're insulated, which he is. He's insulated. He's isolated. But he can reach out with a hand and touch your shoulder. And he can share the electricity. He can share that with you. So, who wants to go next? Who hasn't gone yet? Very good. All right, so put your hands on the side.
Yep, you got this on. There you go, bud. Yeah, there's going to be a little shock.
So we're making bridges out of these straws here. We got all kinds of tape, pretty colors, and once you're done making it, we're going to fill it up with these and see how much weight it holds. So feel free to do it if you want, you don't have to.
Howdy, y'all. So we are building bridges today. If you're interested in giving it a try, we're going to use these straws to span across these two containers, and you can use anything on the table at your disposal. So we have tape here for you too, and we're going to try to hold up some washers if you want to give it a try.
Yeah, I don't think that bridge is going anywhere.
Do you want to give it a try? Yeah? Go ahead and take as many straws as you'd like. You can use from this one to that one. So feel free to start constructing the bridge if you want. And then we use those washers in that cup to see if your bridge holds.
Well, it's okay if it's not. It falls off like that.
That works too. I like that you chose tape to match your outfit.
Yeah.
Very smart.
I just like that it was cool.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, it's going up to the top though. I think that's a pretty sturdy bridge.
That's a great bridge. It's just the beginning. You have all, and we could do it. Nice.
See what that can tell us about it. You do? Yeah. We'll have to get some pictures of that.
So this is pretty close to what's called a beam bridge, where these beams go across and kind of make it stick like that. Yeah.
Do you want to give it a
Congratulations.
try?
Fish and lobster and plankton and other things that live in the ocean by collecting their DNA. But we don't get it from them, we just get it from the water. So everything that lives in the ocean or lives in water is constantly, we call it shedding, like a dog will shed hair. Well, they're shedding their DNA. And so when we go and we can collect the water, we can take the DNA out of the water and then analyze that, and it'll tell us like what fish are there, how many. So this guy, this is a way when we have a sample of water that maybe has like plankton in it, you can pour it in here and you spin it a little bit. You can see how it's divided into two parts. So you put your water in there and you spin it and it divides it equally, and then when you pour it out into here, you can take one half and you can go look at it under a microscope, for example, and you can see all the little things that are in there.
and then you can take the other half and you can use that to do your DNA analysis. Take the DNA out and see what you find in the DNA, and then you can compare it with what you see with under the microscope. Yeah, it is really cool, isn't it?
Do you want to see that?
I'm not surprised. I didn't know what this was either until somebody showed me. So this is one of the ways that we collect water. Now, when it's at the surface, we can just like take a water bottle and dip it in and collect it that way. But if we want to get water from deep down, say like right above the bottom, we have to use something else, right? So this is on a rope, and we'll drop it down. Thank you, Sam. Before we do that, we open up both ends. You can see how there's like that elastic in there. See that? So it connects both sides here. I always forget you gotta do that side first. You're right like that, okay. See how it's all open?
Fingers clear.
Fingers are clear. What we'll do is we'll drop this down to wherever we want it to be, and then from the top of our rope, we've got this weight. It's called a messenger. And heads up guys, there's gonna be a sound again. And when we drop it, it's gonna press on here, and it'll release both ends. Watch it. And now we've captured the water that's right at that specific depth that we were targeting. We can pull this up, take the DNA out, and see what we found down there.
So we take this cup of water and we can put some of the alum in it, and it will clean it. So I will go ahead and put some water in this one for you. Do you want to get half a teaspoon of the alum measured out for me? Thank you. Got it. Perfect. All right, put it in here. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to close this, and then you have a very important job. You're going to mix it. That's it. Yeah. You know. Good work. Perfect.
Yeah, I have so many pencils.
You do have a lot of pencils.
Look, I'm great.
All right. So now you'll see the dirt will slowly start to settle, and after a few minutes, it'll do even more. And this is what the alum does to the dirt and the water.
Can I try?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna. Do you want to come up here and I'll measure out some of the alum in here while I get this water ready? Perfect.
Look how clear that is. That's almost clean enough to drink.
All right. Go ahead and put that in here. Perfect. And then you can mix it, shake it a little bit. Give it a good shake.
Oh, really
Yeah,
big
more
shake.
than that. There you go.
Give it a big shake.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah. And now.
See how yucky that water is?
Yeah.
If you put it down for a moment or two.
Do you see it start to settle out?
See how clear it gets? So there's lots of people in different places that all they have is yucky water to drink. And so one of the ways we help is to try to help clean it up. And this stuff here is just one of the ways that you can help clean up water so that you can almost drink that. Not quite good enough yet.
Maybe at the top.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good job.
Oh, it's too strong, right?
What the heck what is happening?
We make really, really strong water bottles out of your recycled metal, and then you can drink out of it and use it over and over and over again.
Hi, I wonder why do people stand lollipop? That's fun.
Well, I'm popular because I'm giving out free pencils.
You're giving free pencils.
But I'm also talking about recycling trash. So like this guy right here. This is a bowl that you can have cereal or ice cream out of.
I'm made out of cereal.
Not made out of cereal. Good guess, but made out of plastic. So think of something like this. If I take it to my recycling company and I sort it out and I chip it up and then I can melt it down and put it into a shape like this and then it cools off and I can have ice cream in it. Or I can make a t-shirt like this. The t-shirt very soft, made out of number 1 plastic. So if I sort it out into the recycling building and then I chip it up and wash it and melt it down and turn it into a string, then I can sew a new
t-shirt, or also new carpet, or also new hats. So these are all made out of recycled plastic. Just like this. Well, we compost, but that's different. So compost is soil that's made from things like apple cores, banana peels, eggshells. It's not, because I carry it around all the time, and so it's a fake one. But like even maybe your sandwich fell on the floor and you don't want to eat it, but you put it in a compost bin, we can make soil out of it. Isn't that great? It helps the environment, yes, because we don't want your food in the trash can, because we actually burn your trash. And if we burn your food, it's not really helping the fire, and it's a really valuable resource that we could compost instead.
I got a pencil.
I'm glad you got a pencil. Well, where did this one come from?
From there.
When a power line hit the ground, it melted all this sand and gravel, and then when we turned it off, it solidified it, so it looks like a log, but it's really sand and gravel. It's had 7,000 volts of power to it. Feel how heavy it is. If you see this power line on the ground, should you touch it? No, because look what happens. So it sits here, and it's perfectly fine because electricity always wants to go to the ground, just like lightning. So it looks like it's dead, but it has power in it, and when you lift it up, you're going to get hurt. Because the real ones out in the street have 7,000 volts of power. Plenty of power to kill you. How much what?
How much is not enough?
A shock, probably, like if you stuck something in an outlet at your house, that probably wouldn't kill you. It could, but it probably wouldn't.
No, not fire. One's orange. Put it on your lips to make them feel. So you're gonna hold it flat until it cools completely. It'll be this color once it's done, and then you can put it on your lips. Okay?
Yes.
3 drops of strawberry flavor. Did you want some too?
Yeah.
Are you guys students at UNE? 3 drops. Some of us are, yeah. Okay. This is our professor, Dr. Mayer. We're both faculty, and then these guys are all students. Must be chemistry class. Lots of chemistry class. Do you have any nut allergies? Who wants to get? Do I have there? Do you have any left to put some in there? I think so. Let's see. You gotta open it. Is it closed? Yeah, you gotta open it. Perfect. Because to get it on your lips. Yeah, once you gotta wait for it. It's too hot, though. Here. Make sure it's this color. There you go. Nice job.
We design and make jet engines where I work at Pratt & Whitney. And the engines we use them to make airplanes fly.
The wind is too light.
All kinds of different airplanes. So we do like an airplane you would see flying around at an airport, and also fighter jets.
So that is what the plane moves?
Yeah, so this makes the plane move. So the engine takes air and it sucks it in the front, and it makes it, it moves the air really fast, and that makes it fly. So what we have over here is a wind tunnel. It has a fan at the bottom, and that moves some air, but only enough to float our piece of paper. A jet engine moves so much air that it can move a plane.
Okay, I know.
But that's because it's really big. It's like as big as a car.
So it's not too heavy, not too light.
Bigger than a car?
Yeah.
Hold on. That's definitely gonna fall, but you can try. You can try.
This one over here.
You boys want to try? Yeah. Here. You can try that one. And your friend Travis here can try this one.
What do we do?
Just put it in. One at a time, please. Yeah.
Oh, yo, that's sick, yo.
So the difference between these two is that that one is heavier. So it's too heavy for the air that's pushing it. This one's a little bit lighter. Go ahead.
Yes. Actually a lot. So my family is getting ready to move.
Oh my gosh, you're planting seeds for a garden?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, have you, are you mostly planting flower seeds? Have you ever planted flower seeds? If you have native plants, do you know what that might mean when I say you don't have So do you know what native means? Yeah. Like that's true. It's like the place where they're at. So these plants are plants that have grown here for a long, long time. Specifically in Maine. And they're really important because they're the food plants for so many different bugs and birds and things. And you plant them and they grow these beautiful flowers in your garden. You want to do that? Okay. I'm going to show you how you can do that. What you're going to do is you're going to oh no. You can take a handful of dirt like this. And it's mixed with soil. Do you want to plant a seed? Yeah. Amazing. It's soil and clay together. Yeah, it's got a little bit of clay in it. I'm going to get my hands messy. I know, there's a bathroom right over there. Hello? You know me? I do. You went to Reiki last year. Right?
I made mine to a ball.
That's perfect. Then you're going to make an indentation in the ball. Like this.
How?
That's perfect.
I did.
What's up, Jack?
Perfect. Okay, so once you have...
I don't even have a ball yet.
Keep working after I put in the air. You're going to choose one of these seeds. So you can plant black-eyed coneflower, whitewood aster, or spotted bee ball. Take a pinch of the seeds, perfect, and put it in that indentation. Okay. Asters are my favorite plant. That's a good choice.
Wait, what do you do?
You take a pinch.
Now what do I do?
Close it up. Nice, close it up. And I'm going to give you all a plastic bag. Yeah, you can add a little. Perfect, close it up. There. Yeah. And here. Put it in here. And then, here's the tricky part. So you're going to have to wash your hands in the bathroom. But, do you all go to Talbot?
No.
Do you go to Lysid? Okay, cool. So you have a school garden.
Yeah.
So you can either plant this in your school garden, or you can plant this at your house if you have a garden at your house.
No, I don't.
Yeah, so plant this at your school garden and see if it grows up. Okay, just make sure you plant it soon. Okay. Thank you. Did you guys come?
Hi, I'm Ben Williams with Casco Bay Studios, and these are all examples of things you can build with a microcontroller called an Arduino. This is a ultrasonic sensor, a little synthesizer, and then a fun spatial launch toy.
Oh, Lincoln,
And
can I
then
try it after you?
the elevator over here is also used as an Arduino. So they're all kind of interesting projects. Very versatile toy.
Wait, how do you change the game to?
Does it work? Turn it on with that switch there, the big red switch.
Hello?
If you turn it on there,
I can really hear you. Hello?
turn it on here, and then, oh, that turns it off. Yeah. And then you can just press the switches, and this is the countdown timer to launch the space shuttle.
Power level lower now?
If you go up too high, it'll do this bug thing, and then you can restart it. Don't turn it too hard.
Wait, does this change screen? Is that screen?
Well, if you let it go to 0, you'll see that.
Hey, do you know how to play this game?
Don't turn it up too high.
With the King
There we
Kong.
go.
Oh,
there
you get
we
to
go.
tell that
So-
the weather.
Yeah, so they can come in and just. So you get
Oh,
the idea.
yes, please.
Here, this is old. This is old turf.
Because you can see, yeah, you're like, oh yeah, up in this part of the state.
I used to love to train new meteorologists when they came out of school. They'd come to us and they'd be trying to figure out where they were.
Yeah, right.
Because the teleprompter at the time, I don't even think were flipping. So they go, woo,
yeah,
all that stuff. So.
Yeah, 3 to 6 inches. Looks like no school.
I tried to find one that didn't have winter, but
You heard it here
I was like going through hundreds of them.
Yeah,
I was trying to get something that didn't have snow, but
right on.
I figured we had sleet, so last night, so what the heck? We'll
Yeah,
be all right with it.
right.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know, Aaron. Next career.
Next career.
There you go.
Yeah. That's so fun. Yeah.
Should I kick us off? Okay. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for that. Welcome. My name is Malia Nally. I'm one of our co-interim superintendents. So I'm just here to say welcome, and there are many familiar faces. I was over at the Portland High one the other day, just remarking on my terrible PR skills, which apparently I'm going to get some coaching today, hopefully. But just thank you all so much for being here. This is the 9th annual STEM Expo. It's been an amazing event for all 9 years. This is our first time back in person since 2019. So again, I know this is a repeat for some, but it's been so awesome to be back in person and have that opportunity for both relationship and community, and also the hands-on experience. One of the things that, again, some of you heard this before, but that's new this year is that we're, instead of having one big event, we have this in our 3 high schools, and that's giving more access to our middle and elementary. And I think Kathy or Tina said that we're going to have maybe 700 students come through today, which is awesome, so prepare yourselves. My own kids are coming from one of our elementary schools and middle schools, so I've already highlighted places to go, which booths they want to beeline it to. So just really appreciate that. I think we talk about the Portland Promise, being prepared and empowered, and think about how do we like live that in action, and this kind of work, I'm really thinking about how we're empowering our students to be prepared for future careers is super cool. I also want to highlight Greenbacker. Are they? There you are. Right. Because this year a new addition is that they've donated a STEM related book to all of our pre-K through 2 classes. What's it called?
It's called Libby Loves Science.
Yeah. So just a neat way to keep kind of partnering and giving more access to this type of learning for all of our students. So thank you all from Greenbacker. And then also to Envirologics has been a steadfast partner through all of the years, and I just found out that we're signed on for the 10th annual in partnership with Envirologics, so just a huge appreciation to you for the district and for all of us. And then finally just want to shout out Tina and Kathy and Brooke, who've been planning this and making it actually happen for all these years. So that's a huge appreciation to them. This is the kind of thing that has all sorts of invisible work, so just want to highlight that and say thank you for that. So I'm excited. I know we've got kids chomping at the bit. So
I just want to say one thing. One of the other benefits of having it at the 3 high schools is we're able to have a lot of high school students come and show the work that they're doing. So we're super grateful for the students from Deering who are going to be presenting today, and of course the students that were from Casco Paths and Portland High that presented at the other one. So it's a really great experience for them as well. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
All right, so here we are with the Deering High School forensics class. Our first station that we have is for blood spatter. So here we have our poor Niall, who's got a couple of boo-boos, one on the head, one on the belly, and one on the shin. And you can see that there's some blood droplets on the floor. So the goal of this station is to determine where he's bleeding from. And if you simulate that height, using a meter stick and using some blood droplets, you can do the 3 heights and then match your blood spatter that you get against what we see to determine the source. Over here we have our hair station, and Sam, what do we have for hair?
This one is woolly mammoth hair. This is horse hair, goat hair, and then my hair here.
Awesome. So over here, students can look at and compare and contrast human hair to animal hair. And what they're really looking at is things like the medulla, the cortex, which is going to hold your pigment and your coloring, and your cuticle, which is going to be vastly different depending on what kind of animal or human you're looking at. And then over here we have our fingerprint station, and you can take your fingerprints, and Natalia is very skilled in actually rolling fingerprints if the kids want to see how you actually roll your fingerprints. And then you're going to be able to look at them with the magnifying glass, and you can determine whether you have arches, loops, or whorls, and you can count them up at the end.
Hi, I'm Colby Dravick. I'm from Deering High School's Science Olympiad team. Last weekend we competed at the Maine State Science Olympiad up at Maine Orono, and here's some of what we did. First I'll hand it over to Cody to explain his.
So this is basically a catapult. We just load the ball and we just pull back. And it should hit the target on the ground. There we go. And that was basically it. Noah, do you want to explain?
Hello, my name is Noah Rashid. This is a bridge. There's nothing really more to it. It's a bridge. It's holding around 20 kilos right now. It can hold a lot more. Alice? Try again.
Alright. Yeah, so basically this is a cart and launching mechanism. It's supposed to be able to go a certain distance with the energy from a falling weight here and stop at a specific point. So there's a braking mechanism on the bottom where if the wheels go far forward enough, they'll just stop because of the swing nut here. And so effectively you can just wind it back from the point you want to stop at, and it'll stop precisely there.
So we got our plane over here. It had a little accident, but we got third place for this plane. Flew for about 5 seconds, and somehow we got third place. And yeah.
Yeah, so that was Science Olympiad at Deering High School. We came in third this weekend. We did pretty good showing by us. But yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it was super fun, and we really like doing STEM activities, and I recommend anyone who wants to do more STEM things, join Science Olympiad.
Hi, I'm Narciso Masala, computer science and Java student. That's one of the games we made on our class. My my mates and I, we created the game that calls Game on the Word. We did the coding behind it. It took us time to actually for the great come outs that we have, and yeah, we're proud of our work. Yeah, that's a little bit about it. One of the challenge parts of creating those games is the errors, the bugs. It actually takes time to figure out the problems and stuff, but we do our best to solve it. That's the results we have.
And like you can use your imagination, and make it become reality. Yeah, and the good thing about science is like it's the same thing as art. You draw, but you can draw on the computer and create like a game, an app. Yeah.
Well, some of it. Not just that, we have to put it in a rocket and send it up, right? So it says here, remove before flight. And this is many schools are building little experiments like this to try them out in space
Wait, if you get a camera, can you see the space?
Yes, and in fact, typically sometimes they have cameras on them and they look back on Earth and take pictures of the Earth, maybe for weather prediction or other such experiments. Check out over here. Look at check out the rocket. We have a rocket.
Yeah, I saw it.
You see the see inside the rocket?
We got a 3D printer over here. It's printing a little bit. Everything right here is printed.
Hold on.
Nino, yeah. here is it looks at the central. Do you see how they have joints and things inside of things? That's a wonderful kind. So basically what happened is it's printed a flat like this with little tiny supports on it and it grew. Yeah. And now it's this is the modern right? Like
you could write a program that would check both buttons, but the program I have on there doesn't. It's only looking at one button at a time. Why don't you bring it out a little bit? Well, hey.
So basically what's happening
Now we saw you.
Well, you made this?
Oh, yeah. What do you think?
Before like the model on a computer.
Someone with knee problems.
An injury or
An injury, yes.
So what do they still call it a printer when it's actually, although manufacturer's package, that's his hand, right? So it's actually
well, I suppose
here's a hole and I get around, I'll show you how to do it. So this is an excavator. Used for digging things.
You gotta do the water bottle? You gotta do the
This is called the boom. This is called the stick. And this is called a bucket. And then these joysticks are set up like the mill machine would be. So if you hold down on this, that'll lift the stick up. You push back the other way, it'll put it back down. While the boom is up, you go out on the stick, bucket like that. Push it in. And then on this stick, it controls your swinging, and this stick. You push it out, that'll put it out. You pull it in, that'll bring it in over to you. So, I don't know if you want to do a line or how you want to set this up, but bring it from this square. If you need help, so pull down on that, and then this back and forth between you. And then, yep, there you go.
And you can think about your friends back in Portland, it's going to be raining in 48.
I'll be in Myrtle Beach. I already looked at the forecast there. 78, so 76.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, when your parents watch Channel 8 tonight, the 8-day forecast.
Yeah.
The numbers and the sky conditions.
Yeah, take it home when you watch the news tonight, fill it out. Hit pause on the TV.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we were talking about the temperatures today being so different because the ocean's chilly. So look at this, Portland's 65, but Freiburg, Maine is 81. It's like summertime.
Think about the kids in Freiburg, Maine right
And look at Rockland, they're going to be in the 40s.
Wow.
Are you guys excited for spring break?
Yes.
Yeah? All right.
It's exciting.
It's an interesting one.
So this is where my brother is today, right here, Waterville.
Oh, Saturday,
And my dad.
nice.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Printers. And like, so this one is sort of like a little motion sensor. So, like once again, it's a student. She was a freshman. She made this all by herself. So it's really cool. So I highly say if you're interested in this stuff, definitely come here because this is a cool class. These are like cell phone holders. The students made this. It's like they can hold their cell phones. And the students designed and carved this out of wood. So I'm really proud of all of them. This one is a self-watering plant. So this little sensor sees if there's water, and if the soil was too dry, it would turn on a pump that's putting water in it.
I need one of those.
Yeah, it's like if you're going on vacation, this thing could water your plant as long as you had water.
That's awesome.
I've had a few people tell me they need them.
Be very helpful.
It's supposed to be a clock. So this was a clock. Once again, the student made this all themselves. It actually comes apart so they can get to the circuitry part. And they made the stand for it. So it's like a clock. So yeah, this is sort of a clock project that a student did. Yeah, that's a sensor, so you put that on like near a door, and if someone came in, you would beep, so you know someone's like... You want it to beep, yeah. Well, that's the thing about this class. The students get to pick what they do, and I help them sort of reach those goals. So these were all like students' ideas. They said, I want to make a water planner, I want to make a clock, I want to make a sensor, and that's what they did. Really cool stuff.
What part of this?